Hi guys, my name is Mary Wandrama and welcome back to another new video. Today's topic, I want to talk about meeting yourself at a depth where you exude an aura that cannot be ignored. And it's such a fun topic because you can only understand what I mean if you have gone to those depths. I'm talking about the depth where you have faced your shadow self, you have faced your darkness, and you came out the other side and met you, a version that you feel aligned with, like your most truest, authentic self. And you can only meet yourself at that depth if you have gone through that. That's my story. That's how I know it to be. I don't know, maybe you guys have a different way you have met yourselves, but that's what I know from my own story. I feel like it's usually an invitation, mostly through triggers like pain, trauma, and just being in places where you feel like you are not okay with the identity that you are, and so you try to find different through relationships. Still it doesn't work. You try to find identities through business and you find still it's not working, or maybe it works for you, but as for me, I knew I wanted something different. I've said this in my other previous videos. I knew I wanted something different, and so my way, the one that I chose to do, was going through the spiritual journey where I was more focused on reading the Bible. Like right now, I think it's been 4 years. Yes, I know it has been wow, it has been 4 years. It feels like I just started reading the Bible yesterday, but it has been 4 years reading the Bible. So that's kind of what grounded me, what guided me, and what made me find the identity that I was searching for. And I don't know, maybe we all have different ways of doing it. I would like to hear what you guys have done, or rather how you found an identity that you have embodied and feel most true to and authentic to. So my triggers came through, I feel like, pain, which is inevitable to almost everyone. And one thing about pain is you can be consumed by it or you can grow out of it. Now that's your choice. Pain coming to you, you may not choose that, okay? But you choosing what to do with it is where it's at. So for me, I chose to, understand what it means and kind of just grow up out of it. And as I was in that process, I learned so much. I gained so much wisdom. Again, the Bible comes in, because when you read the Bible constantly and pray and meditate and be in that active process every time you find yourself deep into the spiritual side, okay, and you make it a habit. It's an everyday thing. You don't stop and come back again. No, you have to be consistent to see results. It was results I was after, right? I wanted that different identity. So it took me a very long time. In fact, I remember when I started, I did not even understand the Bible itself. I felt like it was so many pages, so many words, and I don't even know where to start. And so I used to read one verse again and again and again. I think I read that same verse for like a month. Every day I'm on the same verse. There is like so many other chapters, so many other books, but I was just stuck on, I remember it was Jeremiah 29:11. I was stuck there for a whole month, the same thing again and again and again, because that's all I understood at the time. So I prefer to just stay where I can understand until I can now be able to find other verses and keep reading, and it actually happened eventually. So once I was like, okay, I feel like I understand Jeremiah 29:11, Then I'm going to now branch out to other books, and that's how it happened. Now I started reading Proverbs. I'm like, wow, I love Proverbs. I started reading Matthew. I'm like, these are very nice books. But before, I was just stuck on what I could understand, and I feel like that's how I now got the flow of it, and I just stuck on it and I kept on it. I say I've been doing it for 4 years, but even when I look back, it feels like I just started yesterday. Like, for I don't even know, man. Like, for it feels like 4 years. It's such a, when you say 4 years, it seems like a long time, but then for me, I feel like I've just been on the same thing for so long. It doesn't even feel like 4 years, anyways. So that is what guided me and grounded me, and I kept understanding, or rather meeting myself differently every time. That's the thing. You are growing every day. It's a slow process. Don't expect you're going to start today and tomorrow you're somebody different. It doesn't work like that. It's not real. You have to give it a chance. You have to give it time, and you allow the moments to happen. You cannot decide how fast it goes, or you cannot decide even how it comes to you. So there were heavy days, there were easy days. Either way, you are in them and you are learning as you go. So I feel like that's what kept me sane, the Bible, and praying, and also meditating. And I just kept walking the journey until one day you wake up and realize, my goodness, I have been doing this for such a long time, and I feel like I have been growing even in ways I didn't realize. And God has just been here all along. And when you didn't even realize that He was working, He was actually working. Like, things were just brewing behind the scenes when you couldn't even see it. And then you wake up one day and it's like, wow, I actually became this other version that I wanted. Didn't know what it was going to look like, but you will know how it feels, because it will feel right once you get to that other side. And once you now embody that true authentic self or identity, you will feel it. I know you will. And that was my journey for me. It was through the spiritual path. I don't know for any other person. Maybe it has been through business. I would like to know. Maybe it has been through, what else? I feel like also in business, you kind of meet God on a much deeper level. So I would like to know those who have like met themselves differently through business, and like pursuing maybe even careers, yes, pursuing careers and just being very deep in it. So for me, it was just basically finding what works. And I just connected with God by reading the Bible, understanding, then using that wisdom to like understand the world. I've just been like this student of life, and I've used every knowledge I've gathered from the Bible, applying it in real life and understanding life as it is. Sorry. So that has kind of been the journey I've been on. And when you meet yourself to that deep level, because when you start this journey, for instance, like for me, through the spiritual, path, you are going to have to shed many versions of yourself as you go. You're going to have to shed characters, behaviors as you go, because once you've started, and you cannot stop. At least I know I did not want to stop, because I was so focused on that other identity that I did not know what it was going to look like, but I knew I wanted that different identity. So, which is not different, rather the true identity that I was, looking for. So you're going to have to face different yous along the way, and you have to just stay through it till the very end, of which there is no end to it. But when things shift, you're going to feel it. Your energy will you will feel differently, and God will be right there with you through the whole process. That's what I know, because that's how I journeyed all the way up until now. So if you are looking to maybe you're there feeling lost and you don't even know where to start, I'd say pick up that Bible, read that one verse that maybe gets you going, or keep saying that prayer that keeps you happy, motivated, and stay on it. Keep doing it. Be intentional with it. That's just a beginning. Be intentional with it. You just need to start and don't stop and just keep going, and it will make sense as you continue going until one day you wake up and you're like, wow, I actually did something. I actually met a different me. I actually moved out of that phase or that place where I felt lost, where I felt discouraged, where I felt like I don't even know who I am anymore. You are going to move out of that place, and once you get to the other side, you'll feel it, and it's such a good feeling. It's like reconnecting with your true self, and it cannot be copied. It's only you who can embody that. So I wish this on everyone who is like trying to find a new self or connect with their true self. It's such a nice feel. You feel alive at last. Things are aligning. Even business now feels easy. Things are just, where they should be because you made that step, because you started. Mine could have taken 4 years. Yours can take less or more. It depends with what your journey looks like, how far you want to go, or just how you are aligning with your true purpose in this life. So, I don't know. Yeah. You want to meet yourself on that deep level, that deep level. It's work, but it's worth it. You just need to start and keep on it and just make it an adventure. Things are going to change. Things are going to shift in between. And there's no knowing what things are going to look like, honestly, because you just keep going and you learn. Take notes as you go. There is no deciding this is how it's going to look like. I'm not going to lie to you. It gets heavy, but your resilience keeps you going. And obviously, the result of what you're looking for, again, keeps you going. So yeah, I'm so happy to do this video. I feel so good. I feel like I'm just happy to be in this phase of my life, and I wanted to just share it with anyone who comes across this video and feels maybe this can help them. And I wish you all the very best. If you have any questions, put them in the comments section. If you want to share your story as well, or maybe even give anything that may help anyone who is starting the journey, or even me who is 4 years in. If you are anything you want to share, just I would love to see all of it in the comment section. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys very soon.